Hello everyone, I am Coaster Maniacs, and today I'm going to be playing a bit of SimAirport. Uh, this is my first actual gaming video, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff I do that everyone's not going to like, but today I'm just going to go ahead and do a new game. Going to do career mode for it, and I'm going to go and just keep the default airlines for this. I am going to start from scratch because I'm wanting to completely build my own airport however I see it. Um, in the beginning of the game, if you don't start from scratch, is not very good for an airport size, especially when you try to open up a second gate. I am going to keep the government grants in there because I do think that adds a very difficult side to the entire game. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Alright, so gotta get that ATC tower first. Um, Pretty decent sized map right now, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do is start off with a simple asphalt runway and just 90 feet. I don't want to get too crazy. Let's see. One thing I am gonna do, however, is I am going to put taxiway right there, just so that way I can have my gates off of the actual taxiway right along the runway. And let's see, construction, let's get a foundation built. Just because it's only that many, I'm only going to do 10 across. And obviously you got to do the box right there of 10. And we still got plenty of funds right now. So let's bring that all the way down to 40 and 15. That should be good enough. And the roads are only that much, so let's go ahead and bring the road a bit closer. Mainly just for those buses. And one thing I am going to have to do is focus on getting these fences built pretty quick as well, so that way the entire area is pretty secure. So again, this is my first time recording during gameplay. Been wanting to do this for a while now, but I just got that computer I unboxed on here a little bit ago. Um, so if you guys have any tips or anything you want to add, please do so. It'll help me out a lot. Do hope that you enjoy what you see though. So right now, let's see, I do want to increase the amount of construction workers I have. Let's do 25 total. So that's gonna really hinder the amount of funds that I have too, unfortunately. But I'm sure we can get through all that. Just get a small loan to get all the little things that I'm gonna need inside. We'll go ahead and speed up the time a little bit. So this video I'm just doing a basic beginning airport, couple of gates, just to get things going. Nothing too crazy. And we're not even going to be doing the night flights, no lights or anything going to be done in this one. Just a easy way to get everything started. The nice thing is you can always increase the length of the runway as you need it. I do notice I'm not talking too much. There's a lot of what is it? Basically no time of me speaking on here, so I'm trying to fill in whatever I can. But honestly, I'm not too sure what to talk about on here. Let's see, how many more boxes? 10 more boxes? And I'll come back through. So since they're already past one of the gates, we can go in here, start preparing that area. I'll just use regular small doors since these are just small little plots. I do not like how they have the little grass patch in between the two. Personally, I wish you could make these a lot closer than how they allow it. But that's how these games are, I guess. Then go ahead and put one gate there and another one. Go ahead and put right there. And I do like to add a queue to each one of these, just so that way everything's a little bit simpler during boarding. And then I'll add some seeds and everything else here shortly. Windows, probably some vending machines just to make sure people have some food and drink. Get some doors down here, one on each side, and we'll create some kind of ticketing area in here. Thinking I might have the ticket counters in this area to separate checking in and all the arrivals. Baggage claim will be over here, and then down here I'm probably going to do something where security is more so sideways. Like they'll have to come down this way to go through security, so that way should have a lot more room for them. But at the same time, knowing how the security works, it's actually better to have them going in a vertical line, so people just go straight through left to right. So let's go and get some of that ticketing done. Still gotta wait for them to finish up in this area. And now we have insufficient funds, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and get a little loan. I think 100,000 should be fine. It's gonna be a 1.24% interest rate. $1,200, that's gonna be pretty simple to pay off, I think. So what I like to do is I do like to plan a little bit. I know 5 check-in desks about that far, and then let's see, I like to have either the gap on this side or that side. I don't know which one I'm gonna have just yet, but we are gonna have some check-in kiosks over here. So let's see, go ahead and get all this stuff started. Put these kiosks right over here. And I do know that's a lot of kiosks, especially just for a small airport. But I like to think about the future as well and what I'm going to be doing later on. And we'll go ahead and get this wall built, separating the two areas, and create the ticketing and baggage claim zones. we're going to go ahead and get into the security aspect. I do want to have plenty of room for the security, but I don't want to go too far into this area. And I'm just going to do... Do I only want to do that much? Let's go ahead and actually dismantle these, do a little extra security area out here. Just because 2 gates, it will have a lot of people, hopefully. And before I actually do anything more with security, I'm going to have to dismantle this wall here. Let's go ahead and clear up that planning area, because I cannot stand seeing all that all the time. Now that that new section's made, we'll go ahead and get our security area done. And again, we have insufficient funds. So, let's go ahead and bring this 75,000. That should be all that I really need. Unfortunately, it's going to really increase my interest rate because of the credit amount that I have. So, let's go ahead and just accept this. It's going to really increase that, but we'll have to do what we have to deal with. So right now, I'm looking at about 5 different lanes for the security checkpoint. The reason for this is just trying to get that all the crowds pretty easy going. And then I am going to try and keep this area specifically just for the people going all the way down to the baggage claim itself. Although what I may do actually is just have this entire area specifically for the actual baggage claim itself. That way it's off to the side a little bit. And we'll go ahead and build a door in between the check-ins and baggage claim zone. So that way, anytime they're going back and forth to pick up the bags, they don't have to go outside. And it's still behind security, so that's not going to be too much of an issue over here. I do see that we have just enough of a gap to finish off one more security lane, so we'll go ahead and just fill that one in now. Again, add some queues, do 3 per 3 per area. However, I'm also going to be adding a pretty much employee only lane right down here, just the last one. So that way it's quicker for the flight attendants and pilots to get through there, their crew members. So let's go ahead and get all these gates assigned and assign them to the actual queues themselves. So that's that. And then it's still saying we don't have that secure area. I need to actually make the zone for this entire area. There we go. And for the route towards the baggage area, put some security gates on that side. Go ahead and speed things up again. Get things going, and then we'll actually make this A1 and A2 respectively. And then I know my drop-offs and pickups are kind of far away from the door, so let's go ahead and bring those a bit closer as well. Now I do like to have a much larger pickup area than drop-offs, even though at the beginning of the game you have a really large drop-off area. just because all the drop-offs immediately go inside. There's not much of a reason to, you know, keep that going so much. And then we'll go ahead and assign each one of the check-in desks to my queue. And it is really narrow in there, not a lot of room to go through. But, you know, stuff like that, it is what it is. Just gotta go with it. Now, I can open up my airport, so I'm gonna go ahead and start looking at different airlines that I can have. Lernyville, I don't really like using them just because they have like the smallest aircraft. As you can see, Atlantic International has a couple A320s and 737. So let's go ahead and accept some of those in the afternoon slots. And I like to keep each gate to a specific airline. I don't like to do a lot of mix and match. So we'll go with the Union Air for the next one. I'm just going to accept all of the A320s, mainly because it's just easier to manage all those. And I'm going to go down to a 5-minute interval, so that way 15 minutes between the flights coming in. There we go. And that is pretty much basic most airport. The only thing we have to do now is hire the staff and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit auto hire and fire. That way it's just much simpler getting everybody in and out as I build the airport more and more. I do realize that with the current way the airport will work, I will have to change a lot of the factors such as security, as well as the hallway out of the airport. This is not going to all be unsecure at one point in the future, because I am going to build eventually some gates on this side. And then again, I back down to the 26,000. It says I'm going to lose about 28,000, so let's go ahead and change the commercial pricing. Because it is smaller airport, they usually tend to charge quite a bit more to make a decent profit. Once you get into your larger airports, you can generally lower the fares that the airlines have to pay you. So let's go ahead and check out what it's going to be now. Okay, I'll make about 9,630, which still won't cover the 29,000 I'm in debt right now, unfortunately. Let's see, I do have some walls and storage. Those won't really do much for me. And I forgot to specifically assign all of my lanes and security to specific areas. So what I'm going to do is probably make it flight crew, and then these two will be first class only. And then these bottom three will just be for coach. And we'll see how that goes, you know, for the first little while. Hopefully it's still pretty easy going with the flow. Not a lot of air traffic right now, so shouldn't be too bad. And right now, obviously my airport's not going to be too popular just because it's very basic. There's no decoration, there's no real flooring, it's just bare concrete. So it's not too well liked right now. No windows or anything like that. But again, it's just very basic airport set out. Nowhere to sit or anything yet. But that will all be in the next episode, and hopefully this airport doesn't crash and burn. But yeah, if you like this and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to see other games or have any tips or anything, please let me know. This is Coaster Maniacs signing off.